Okay, I want to make this video on because I was hearing something else, but I was gonna give y'all another intro music or something. So I want to make the video on the intro music that I'm hearing. And you know, that's another dimension of senses. It goes with linear breaching and sins. But this video is here because, you know what I'm saying? Rolling on the humidity control. So, because nobody, out of all the videos I made, and none of my videos are about trying to prove I'm clever. My videos is about having a train of thought that shouldn't be silenced in the one existence, and we all agree we felt the safest in this existence. So let's keep building on it, or y'all stupid for giving me safety. I'm going to destroy this world and make it mine. Those two things. So that being said, I want to make this video on not the core logical life, because there's multiple core logical lifetimes to stopwatch. But you know, like I said, I've been making videos, and I just now explained why I know I'm knowledgeable of my knowledge. Because, you know, people look up studies, people find studies, people interpret things, people figure things. You know, people confirm their math. So, you know, that's what the last video was about. You feel me? It was about never being a liability. You feel me? To confirm, I was never endorsed. So I don't need an endorsement or somebody behind acting like they endorse me to shut up, or anything around people thinking they have a voice on my voice. I've always been a one-man army. And that's what this is about, because I've always been a one-man army. I've confirmed I've always been a one-man army. And in a couple videos I explained being an old soul, moment of silence. And that's what this video is about. This video is about being an old soul and everybody doing their job to figure out who they were and was and become, and do they feel like they let their self down. So that goes, because, you know, in the end, like I said, I'm a Zozie, you know what I'm saying? And I used to hear that word all the time. And then I felt like I wanted to be the one that started, like, speaking in Z's, and then I figured out I was by studies, because it's like I was saying about my bounty. So that's how I really figured out who I was. And then I got to know ceiling, because, you know, the best way to figure about your past life is to figure out, does it connect with your bounty? And because we live in a rabbit hole. Because, so once again, year one was advanced. So that means there's a kid whose bounty we ain't gonna do that to kids. No, of course not. We're gonna Harry Potter that kid. Okay, so yikes. So that being said, as the what if story of what won't work, um, uh, you know it, you, you know it. Okay, because I didn't say nothing. I just said, I didn't say nothing. I guess it is pertaining to me. Cause everybody, I must have liked that world or something. So that being said, in the end, I'm just going to explain how I know the world works. I've read articles, which I've read, I read almost anything you could put your mind to, and then the linear breaching and sins from me figuring out my bounty. Made me know, we don't know, you feel me? When you look at a video, you can feel their sight. So people are saying I'm doing gentle fists. You know what I'm saying? Like, your eyes is strong. You know what I'm saying? People are scared to look in people's eyes when they say your eyes is the window to your soul. Because you can tell what they've been through, etc., where they at, and the beam that comes from it. So, that being said, my eyes, you feel me? People just know, people are saying I got a mask on, people is like, he's hiding how scary he is, So, like I said, the best way to start confirming, and you might know who you are already, and just felt your spirit being reborn. So you don't need to know about your bounty. You know what I'm saying? You just is known as out there. Me, I needed to learn. So thank everybody that's tried me. I've been got it down and just been troubleshooting. So the situation goes to when I first heard my bounty in the world, I was already prolific in it. But this is why I was bringing up single digits. But I didn't, have no one to lay down my foundation. So then it was confirming, am I being surrounded because I'm leading? Oh, let's do it. Mr. Let's do it. What? You know what I'm saying? So that being said, this go out one ear or the other. Someone's gonna get adrenaline. I might get arrested. Instead of the mafia tell me, instead of people listening to the immunity of the mafia, that's how people get arrested. People get arrested because the atmosphere had cleared from a situation. People started something and you was at the wrong place at the wrong time, or the right place at the wrong time, and vice versa. So, that being said, I have this, like I do this because, right here is supposed to be your power level of your eyes. You get what I'm saying? I could do, you know what I'm saying? I'm dead. That's not funny, but. So now we know one of my pet peeves as a kid. I knew sleeping, eyes open, they was like, you look blind. and then they saw me, like I said, I can just go. That's weird, you know what I'm saying? But you feel me? That's from having these type of eyes. So I had 20/20 vision with these eyes, and then people was like, okay. Oh, you still got 20/20 vision. Oh, you still got 20. There it go. You know what I'm saying? Took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? To start messing with my 20/20 vision. So once again, everybody else, look at their eyes as I looked at people's eyes. And I'd be like, I'm not scared of you. Or, not that I'm not scared of you, but yeah, I'm an alpha male. I can look in your eyes. But once again, but I used to, I ain't gonna lie, I used to, just because, you know, you gotta feel your whole body for yourself. So, you know, yes, I'm old, so I am ancient. I am. When you see in movies and stuff like that, when they talk about Egypt and shit. So yeah, I used to run around, and people did that to play with my sight because they were so jealous. So that's how I conquered the world's multidimensional for school and stuff like that. And people still saw that I needed to troubleshoot my bounty. So, you know, it was goddamn, you know what I'm saying, to where my sight is now. And, like I said, I got my humidity shades on. Ta-da. So, once again, most people, they warn their eyes. You feel me? It's a whole, you can see the combination. You feel me? You can see yourself gonna touch it. You can see your energy lay away. Me, I'm dead. So, you know, when I be hearing people say, I said people, not call someone out. And I don't hear why. You know, I keep that in mind. Because, you know, obviously, nobody wants to touch something this scary. That's why I call myself, So that being said, people try to look at people's power level, know their power levels in the humidity control, and then, you know, and then, like I said, so obviously when I touch people, I know how to give the respect, you get what I'm saying, to enjoy. Even that's linear breaching in a sense, because I'd warned the atmosphere and they didn't update it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. So, that being said, as we got that out the way, I'm a pirate, right? The only pirate. There's going to be one pirate. You know, I think my thought, that's another story, but you know. So, other words, I'm the greatest martial artist. You know, when you play a game, I might be, I don't know. You know how people play a game and then they'll be like, oh, this is off of this technique, his power level is this. God Key doesn't have an energy, and then you meet that guy that like doesn't have God Key, so they still call him something or a power level. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, so I read about my bounty, and like I said, it was when I was, and I saw I couldn't depend on nobody. So now I'm a grown man, seeing I can't depend on people still, and you know, just wanting, like I said in my last video, to explain I should be free if other people didn't hear about my bounty. That's what my last video was really about. I'm the known bounty, the pirate in the world, So, but people stereotype pirates, and I said pirates, but I guess people trying to, I guess gladiators that are away from the stadium can be called pirates too. But in the end, it's just like there can only be someone has to, y'all know what I mean, because I ain't trying to throw it out like that, but there can only be one pirate. So that being said, as my footwork is as good as me hiding having get hit in the eye and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 causing sins to make my eyes burn. So there's proof of how crazy my eyesight is, and when I go to I go downtown and shit like that, and people will be scared because they heard I'm downtown, but they can't catch my sight or something. Can't catch an energy. They have to catch other people's energy and then be like, all right, this is where I know he is. This is where I know he. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm scary or something. But that being said, social studies was there to get us in sororities? No. But that's where people really say, okay, I want to do this, I want to go to this, I want to go. It was from their history class, because not everybody can sense the way I can sense and knew the whispers on my bounty. So that's how that's a sense with lions in the jungle. And like I said, so once again, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I know how not to alarm people. Everybody knows how not to alarm people. And then it'll be a whisper, Stu, call that allowing this finessing energy. You know what I'm saying? So people, I'm dead, you know what I'm saying? So that's how much I finesse my energy. I'm dead. And I talk about when I been to Jamaica, and they would try to do the same thing America did. So that's why I don't play about that. But it goes out one ear to the other. So once again, being a one-man army, but loving my family always. So being dead, you know what I'm saying? How long have I been dead? Because somebody's going to want to walk in my feet. You know what I'm saying? Walking, saying, okay, he's going to have to come alive sooner or later. And that's what the atmosphere is. It's where I'm alive at. You know what I'm saying? So that's my power level. Okay, but that's me skipping past. We're back on social studies, because what I want to talk about is the understanding of how sports came about. Sports came about like how a dog runs to a ball when you kick it or you throw it. So obviously, if you don't let the dog feel safe in your fetch game, which people thought it was a secret that people know, that's why, because everybody knows the energy of dogs. You get what I'm saying? If you don't give them that, I've had dogs, so people act like I've never been. I'm just talking about the cat family, and they lose the whole understanding that I'm talking about every animal that can be befriended, and I don't have to be friends with something that doesn't understand their instinct. It's only there because of fear, right? So obviously that's how I juggle. I got them. They don't. They think the people that did this is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I said, I'm like, hell yeah, goddamn, facts, goddamn, but shit, I ain't that. You feel me? So like I said, from instinct wise, my instincts is on the level of jungle. So before the world went to what I guess people will peak jungle or spreading to people think jungle too, I was already there. So the main thing is me explaining my site is with other people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people know how to do that, you know. People that it's about when people be like, know your spiritual energy, your mental, know your physical, mental, spiritual to metaphysics energy, and then that's what chakras is about, you know, knowing your whole energy. Like if you want to have your aura showing, and then there's people like me, you get what I'm saying, that are very healthy and disciplined. So, you know, most people aren't disciplined, so staying at one chakra isn't enough. I'm dead. Okay, so I don't want to hear, oh, so you on one chakra? No, I am dead. But you know, this aura y'all keep saying is mine. Why you know, when I talk to my friends and they'll see my eyes move and or something like that, and they be like, why aren't you? And I just do this. And they, you know, they before they met me, they was already doing their time lapse and capsules and understanding. So they was like, Zemaine, you're way back, and it's just like, no, it's a trap. And then it echoes a whole song I got, 'Cause I'm mad you and you're mad me. So, you know, I guess that's where the sadistic pirate thoughts come in, right? But in the end, so, you know, I'll be, you know, I say that, and I won't say it out loud, it'll be like a whisper, just be like, try something. And then they be like, try something. And they think that I got a sniper on the roof. And then I'd be like, no, try something. I want to see how cold I am. And they're like, this boy, goddamn, it's like those video games that show this people with the massive power show the people that don't use massive power, and then the unlockable character that's like undefeatable with no So that being said, back to the story, because I just wanted to break that down for people. So, like I said, it was echoing a song I should play. So so instead of playing the song, I'm gonna use that as the reference of history. So we went to history and we learned, you know, social studies. So social studies is supposed to be the emotional version of the mechanics of history. But instead, people just cheat sheet and bother whoever learns the emotions of the world. And me, I'm dead. So people was trying to pick at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead. So obviously my vision is left with that aura I say in his mind. So, I'm not a kid no more hearing this aura is mine. You feel me? So I guess once again, I'm going back to why I call myself, and so I stood up at a super young age. I have a foreign family, so it made me not look as, I guess, crazy as an American, even though I'm a first generation American. So that being said, I am a alpha male grown man. Okay. So when I was hearing about learning about history, the main thing I kept hearing was rabbit hole. That's all I kept hearing. I kept hearing every time they said a name, no. And this happened to him. I always, from my math and, getting my eyes together and not showing people because I knew I got the information I wanted. You get what I'm saying? To survive. You feel me? That means that person, that parallel might be talking from, and vice versa. I don't know. So that being said, hey, he's Game Freak too. He's Darth Vader. So that being said, hey, he's Game Freak's Frank. He's Darth Vader. Goddamn, 100%. So that being said, stuff didn't start clicking until we started hearing about like like the advanced world that couldn't be back unlocked, but it was still more advanced than United States. You know what I'm saying? And then I started understanding different countries. America thrashed the whole understanding and just went with the backbone of the principles. So somebody that can click it together, made people jealous. Because it was like, wow, I could have learned that and worked hard and been your boss. No, you couldn't have. It's okay. So the situation is, I see everything. Okay, as people say, when you die, your life flash in front of you. Oh yeah. So I'm still there, but here. So I always wanted to talk to somebody and explain to them, you don't love me. You don't know why you don't love me. How can you love somebody like this? So that being said, people would be like picking at me, like, oh, look at his hair. You don't take care of yourself. Like they trying to start to bring me alive. I'm like, you love me to bring me alive. No one's ever told me this. And I motherfucking love myself. You feel me? The first thing I understood, because like I said, I'm making this video to be the understanding of people being born, and like I said about your energy. So everybody was conscious, and I'm an old soul. You know what I'm saying? Capricorn at that too. There go. Wah! You know, the gentlest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dead to be the gentlest. And I'm asexual. I bring my aura to me. Let me see what the kid be. So I don't play with these things. Yeah, I'm a pirate. So that being said, as Eve came from Adam's rib, and obviously if Eve was in Adam's studies, Eve, goddamn, either is retired from learning how to look like Adam, or Eve is retired still looking like Adam. You know what I'm saying? But you know, rabbit hole, descendants, ancestors, you feel me? The chronological time is different because time is a stopwatch. Dimensions has its own stopwatch mythology. And so, you know, speed, you know, milliseconds, all that stuff come together. And the main thing is when we started hearing about like Romeo, when we started learning about Romeo and Juliet, and you know, it was like, okay, they're still away from the culture, but it's through politicking, it's through some type of political feat. But you know what I'm saying? Politicians are usually jealous and join like a Winnie Hut Jr. And like I said, it's either the two things the world is, and then try to take over the world. So then watching those, how the world used to be like that, we understood people was connected to their metaphysics or astral more. And in this rabbit hole, we was connected to our physical, and then how much we want to learn about our astral, which is one of the difficult levels, because you know, you have to build. If you didn't build nothing, you have to build. So, you know, if you didn't have a problem, you feel me? If there was no problem in the metaphysical world, you feel me? And you was lazy in ruling the metaphysics of the world, because that's hard to do. You know, that's where karma is the biggest. So then I guess, you know what I'm saying, metaphysical to physical, you feel me, to show there's more dimensions than, but we can just outlay it, call it the metaphysical, universal you feel me, where karma is the biggest. So dreams, nightmares aren't dreams, it's, you know what I'm saying, like a gladiator dome, right? So the mafia knows, oh, that boy ain't going to sleep, he going to a nightmare. You get what I'm saying? And that's how we're handling shit while court, you know, and people look out. Did somebody sleep? And I'd be like, amen, right? I'm the Zolzy. But yeah, so for that to be understood, and we still wait. I'm dead. Okay, I love who I am. So that being said, it goes to the biggest understanding that when I be like, they say, be careful who you have sex with, because they take their last partners with them, you know. You feel me? Because they might not be good porn stars. You feel me? They might not be Bonnie and Clyde of porn. You get what I'm saying? They might really be, Lord, please don't let this car break down. You get what I'm saying? So, that being said, the difference between, you feel me, a Romeo and Juliet story and somebody that don't have their head on right because they want to remember this type of situation and this, and then whoever was playing with, you know, all that. Me, I'm a Capricorn, okay? and I am dead, I will have to open up to you. I would have to before I made this video about being who I am, you feel me? As you can see, no, I don't have to, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? What's the difference? You know, it just pertains to that. It pertains to that. So it becomes like the story of how the world came about. Because, like I said, the multiple Shakespeare stories is how Shakespeare saw the walls had ears, and it was telling like from when the bounties started, you know what I'm saying, to where they at. But people don't have that prolific skill to watch the bounties. We have to goddamn do the officus which I'm still call up. We gotta know where we at, call them out, because if we don't have that metaphysical drop on them, they're free. And then in this rabbit hole, like, where, you know what I'm saying, where it's none of it's from the metaphysical, it's from the physical. We goddamn damaged our brains. Not everybody, obviously. I'm saying we, even sway the majority. And we don't have the metaphysical drop. We have the satellite drop. You get what I'm saying? And until somebody learns how to keep people chakra up, so people have the metaphysical drop and be like, I'm not giving up the satellite drop either. So, that's where people, you think you did. It's just common sense, because who owns the metaphysical drop? If I didn't own the metaphysical drop, my senses would told me, you feel me? If I wasn't with the metaphysical drop, my senses would tell me talking like this is dumb. So it's like knowing where your siblings are from long distance and not wanting to do nothing. Like, seeing how your house glows, roars, and not wanting to do nothing, knowing that it will cause friction. And that's how it is when I see people talk about my aura, and I'm just like, good, I can hide. So, like I said, I do this when people, and I'm like, no, I used to say that in silence all the time. And, because I could, it was, because people whisper, the second you walk past them and they have their little cadence, team chemistry cadence, they whisper about somebody. You get what I'm saying? And then to a point is gunpoint, and I collected all my sonic rings. So that being said, there's probably more, but it's the same difference. You get what I'm saying? So that being said, the next thing was gladiator domes. You know what I'm saying? People didn't know how to charge gladiator domes. So it was like, okay, so gladiator dome to people on Shakespeare or in the rabbit hole between in the jungle, something had to be the empty canvas. So it's like something has to be the organizer of the empty canvas, and something has to be the empty canvas. And that's when I put together stadium, coliseum, you from gladiator domes and coliseums, you feel me, all relate, but they have their own, you feel me, but for lack of a better word, someone that don't know, and it's like, say, it's tomato, because in the end, it just goes from, like I said, all the chakras up, you feel me, it all the way charged to not charged. And we will hear stories about things not being charged. So it's the other way of within, without, as above, so below. You get what I'm saying? type of karma. So, because I already explained it, we gotta be smart somewhere, or common sense. Well, I'm holding people to. So, that being said, then I started learning. Like I said, the world was advanced. They started talking about, there was things called Atlantis, and then I was like, okay, so the world was advanced in year one, and like, yeah, it was. I'm like, so as above, so below, within, without. It's the same check. It's the same check and balance, but we just don't. The bodies aren't check and balance because the rabbit hole from enjoying it. And the last person I could charge the metaphysics, and then, like I said, the world started going. If we don't have the metaphysical drop, we don't have nothing. Then they had the satellites, but they didn't have the metaphysical drop, and vice versa. And then people will remember the person that made their own mafia strip by having both. So then, that's where Jamarcus Russell got drafted, but didn't have both. He just thought people hated whoever had both the most. LeBron James. We can name a couple people and kids now. Those are their role models. You know what I'm saying? Shakespeare came from that type of going about, which is the same difference. So for that whole commodity, it brings the community together because they don't have it. They don't have that type of repertoire like back in the old days, and it was about the waking up of someone's bounty. So that being said, because upstairs was known in all over the world. I think I said in the video, Tupac's video was about a movie. Was about people that can go upstairs, and yeah. So that it's a OP feat to do what I'm doing, but that's not what I'm talking about. But it's an OP feat to be upstairs. So obviously, that's my beep 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 beep, and then Hayes Game Freaks rank until he's Darth Vader. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, and that's how I said before, and vice versa. So, and then people confirmed to me, I'm so dead, I'm two people. It was a joke, and then when they noticed that it wasn't funny because I'm cool, and I already knew it from my bounty, because at first I was trying to figure out, okay, I want to give somebody that bounty. And I was like, wow, wait a minute, and then it was like, no! And I was like, okay, it's traffic between me and people. You get what I'm saying? It's traffic, baby. So, that coming together, and I wake up, I go downstairs, and to the people thinking they had their metaphysics and satellites, because that's all I can do. And then someone goes upstairs. See, this is what, like I said, my buddies told me I'm slow. Everybody thinks I'm slow. I don't think I'm slow. I think I'm protecting the world, because in the end, there's a thing called gravitational pull. Okay, so you know how I keep making asterisks? I'm going to catch people in those gravitational pulls. So I did one with my eye. I did one with my whole body. And that's what in video games, there'll be somebody that has a force. You get what I'm saying? And then people figure out, oh, they're really not pushing and pulling anything. And that's another thing I liked about learning in science. So, I flew over people's head. I'm not in school no more, but to be this dead and know how to still dap up and shit like that. And then, you know, go outside and see people was like, oh, that's your spot? Then I wake up, you know what I'm saying, having to move out of that spot because they know the humidity control. So I phase through things, but haven't really shown it, you know, with something saturated. Right, I said that already. So that being said, as my site should be all the way gone, and then, you know, got my sanctuary, but it's okay. So that being said, I'm a Capricorn. So that being said, learned about gladiator domes, learned about court still does summonings. I went to court, right? Asked was to end your party. And I have it in a song where I saying the song's only one on that speed, so you know, I could have said that in a song a long time ago, but you know, I just wanted to show how many things I can freestyle about. A lot of things. I can do a lot of things. You know, it's a lot of things I could talk about, but I don't want to talk about because the world is not in Atlantis mode. It's not in the way to get to Atlantis mode. It's going there because, you know, we got to always want to get better with the people just saying, haha, you just worried about my safety and I'm trying to rule the world. Instead of respect when we all as souls agreed this is the best bet, you know. So then the rabbit hole. So in the end, the situation is education can only be given from safety. Other than that, what we are doing is we're warning people of a threat. You get what I'm saying? Because if you don't have safety for education, you're warning people of the threat that made you had to teach them this. That Al Davis knows. But so, that being said, I'm known for making people respect people, giving them a glow of how I think about them. They be like, think of you like that. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, so it's my baby. So then, you know, obviously I have my own glow too. You know what I'm saying? No, I wouldn't talk that way with people. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's a chivalry act. But back to the story, the situation is, in the rabbit hole of learning, you feel me, there's a lot of principles. So we all agreed to a certain respect given that we would give. And then, like I said, from people saying, okay, we all agreed, and people saying we're done for protecting them. But I still have this lifespan, so I'm going to use it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to goddamn waste your time. I'm going to goddamn get y'all pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And niggas live that viva la vida world until the consequences come about and they understand the humidity control is going to thicken and thin them out to where they was with their metaphysics to physical. And that's what, like I said about when they say know the energy, because, you know, it's just a, you know, it's back to Shakespeare. People like Shakespeare, politicians, but not being that beautiful with their words. Because if you thin out, you feel me? If you understand it's losers story, history is told from the loser side, like I'm saying about, it's either safety is there or, you know, them warning you why you're safe, then you know, people go to school and be like, wow, you feel me? This, I'm hearing it loud. Somebody didn't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? This man is a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? And then they got them watch TV and was like, you're a celebrity too. So that being said, um, obviously, if we're hearing stories about girls on the balcony and stuff like that, they're you from as above, so below, within, without. You get what I'm saying? Um, the world will, you feel me? The way that the war monetary system, or for lack of words, war mythology, um, come together will show it again. So people said, "Oh, I'm just being, you know, y'all gullible for making me safe. I'm a vida la viva." You know what I'm saying? And from when they didn't do that, like I said, until it thickens and so thins them out to where they at, pushes them out. You know what I'm saying? Um, you get the situation. You get the situation where people are lost because they forgot that train of thought was moving them, so they can't act innocent like the people that were walking around safe in the humidity control. You get what I'm saying? Because if you stereotype how the world works and you don't know nothing about gravitational pull, magnetic pulls, push and pull, and the no gravity, and then the drop of no gravity, or gravity's drop, or gravity's float. You get what I'm saying? You know, like I said, that there's a lot of he say, she say around me. So obviously, the aura that people think I am is saying it. You know, is getting told you ain't nothing compared to Mr. Dead, or because he would have been dead. And then people knowing that, all right, if that nigga feel everything, let's tell you this. So now I'm supposed to be an anger to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So people see and say, damn, they was telling you the shit I thought they would tell me, or some shit. Right? When you run into people. So you get what I'm saying? I'm hearing, you know, I'm hearing whatever they can't tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know about gravity. You know that you're not that cold, and it's supposed to Capricorn me lower. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I call myself a Capricorn. People call me cocky. I be like, what? Or gullible Capricorn. I be like, damn, that shit crazy. But so that being said, whatever I know, and I guess I'm the greatest or some shit. That's what, unless they got them exceed, so they still throw it on the person that's able to hide from showing it, and then it's supposed. But you know, I guess I'm Hayes game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to repeat it. So that being said, so people come in the rabbit hole from when they said, y'all stupid for giving me safety, I'm going to fuck it up. You're going to fuck up your own life, because the world, you know, the world's was advancing. You're one. That humidity control is going to be existence for eternity. You feel me? That's the whole thing about putting a flag down on, actually putting a flag down, or, you know, trademarks, or I guess mark of the beast, for lack of better words. It's, I might not be alive to enjoy the world, or I might be if someone learns how to bring me back. But the world has this humidity control, has this situation, has this art to stop whatever is done. And, you know, like I said, that goes to why I'm explaining porn. So they say, watch who you give energy to, because porn stars are their own authority. There are people that know how to control their energy, know who they are. Obviously, being authority means watching other people's back. So if there's bad cops, there's obviously bad porn stars. You know what I'm saying? But what is that porn star going to do? What is that cop going to do for that next cop? Tell them wait till we get back to the detention center. And then going to be none, it's none of that nasty, or, you know what I'm saying, or immature, or you need to hang that shit up. You know what I'm saying? They're going to tell them that shit. You know what I'm saying? So people be like, oh, you a porn star? That's just like they go, oh, you a cop? Yeah, and watch who you give your energy to. Right? Watch who you give information to. So porn stars get that, and people get out of the wig-wag and forget, okay, that's like metaphysics authority to the physical authority. So everything is in between that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, there's nothing else to it. You feel me? But physical, you know what I'm saying? Then where your mental at, where your spiritual is at. And you feel me? We know where those, we'll call them names. I don't feel like, y'all can probably guess one in the air. Right? And, to the porn stars, you know what I'm saying? To the people that come in the world and learn from both. So it's a conversation, you know what I'm saying, that builds. And then people that never learned. So, so like I said about the safety of the world, that's what causes the rabbit hole. So the rabbit hole, you feel me, or lack of better words, people on the balcony. So now what I want to talk about for my last minutes, you know what I'm saying, is the understanding of where I came and, like I said, what I know about myself. You know what I'm saying? What I always knew about myself, what I wanted to hide from myself. Because being born, I just didn't like knowing that someone would have to sacrifice themselves. So when I felt like no one had to when I felt like I was so intelligent, no one had to sacrifice themselves, I knew I was down the right path. And then I started hearing other things echo, started seeing people still trying to sacrifice themselves. So people started trying to keep me out of certain things because they have this opportunity from they knowing their energy. So like I said, people that know your energy, know who you give your energy to, not just sex, obviously. So, porn stars know who you give your information to, cops know who you give your energy to. It's a battle because war is a monetary system. The first war was the silent war, which caused, like I said, people be like, I know what I'm doing. And the silent war, once the silent war was over, it was about people doing what they do with my sight. You know what I'm saying? Just Shakespeare shit, politicking. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't it the metaphysical party with the satellites gonna go to that party and be like, we can sound like this if we do this, we can sound like that. You know what I'm saying? And boom, the bullshit we got in the air where do you want to cause damage? So I'm more of a hospital than a person in the world. So that's where I walk away instead of where people be like, you have this though, why don't you do this? You know what I'm saying? Because this to me and you is hospitality, but y'all went to this party and saying, well, in 2 weeks, we're not going to give you that until you admit that, but you get, Jesus, I just keep winning. So, that being said, the Gladiator Dome, like I said about, so, authority, main people talk about the Greek and Romans, but there's obviously many cultures. First of all, when we said a lion was in a Gladiator Dome and people might have had to fight a tiger, lion, cheetah, panther, that right there, and they in the jungle, that used to be the most deadliest shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I learned that, when I saw those, I said, all right, I'm going to learn because y'all not teaching nothing. Y'all saying, if you want to pass my class, listen. Y'all not teaching shit. Some teachers was. I'm not getting on every history teacher and people that was tough to, or every subject. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, to not make it known, my class is supposed to be for you to have a project for your mind. And I could say, this is what, you know what I'm saying? Library. So, that going on, I learned, okay, so the ones that know our debts from the Gladiator Dome will be the conscious on their forefather, cheetah, big, cats family, the big cat family, the small cat family that can go around the city. So, because in the end, they will be looking at you like you trying to summon me again. You know what I'm saying? You trying to, I'm on this mission still. You know what I'm saying? For medieval, you got a good soldier or a good high chief if we're not thinking this direct way, because they're going to make sure they understand, oh, you on a mission too. You know what I'm saying? We're adjacent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do anything to you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you know the route, right? So then, that as above, so below, within, without, in time spans, dimension, mythology, we get the understanding of humidity control. You know what I'm saying? This is proof. You know what I'm saying? It's proof of a motherfucking Gladiator Dome. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a weapon. You feel me? There's gas. And you could, if you're using the certain way, but you don't know nothing about fighting in a Gladiator Dome stadium or nothing like that. But so you'll get charged like a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get charged with shit like an amateur. You know what I'm saying? So the mafia obviously says they don't want to play that game too, but they understand their charges from how, like I said, about the metaphysical to the physical. And where karma's bigger at, and it's to get everything adjacent so you can travel. So people are like, what the fuck? And they're spoiled. They can travel. So when they traveling, they learn about this, that, hear about the bounty, okay? Right? And okay? And be in a situation where they think they can, like I said, pull the wool over people's face, or like I said, know the metaphysical parties, and ta-da, where we at with it from when we click the same things, because people was gonna be beyond scared straight, and then it'll only last as long as their attention span. So they'll think they're kamikaze. They'll think they're a video game. Like I said, video games can be called kamikaze attacks. So, that being said, I learned all of this and then understood to gamble on me, you know what I'm saying, as everything you know what I'm saying? So, skirt. Alright, so when I put ice on, dum, 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 dum. So that being said, how Just to understand him. Right. Better, if I got on that, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so the situation the situation is I learned a lot before a lot, baby boomers, before baby boomers, and millennium to Generation Z. I got all my accolades. You know what I'm saying? That boy know what he talking about. Well, the world's like, you feel me? Before baby boomers doing me like, well, the world, the way it's working, it doesn't look like he understands. So, it's not him. You get what I'm saying? Baby boomers, he understands. We're not giving him the credit. He gonna work for it. And he's the best one at it. Millenniums, you're gonna have to prove you're the best one at it. To Generation Z, wow, that, because when I was going to school, people was like, wow, whoever that was, that's a celebrity. That's the real definition of a celebrity. And they were like, I guess you. Generation Z got down going, man, I guess you're a celebrity too. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So, that being said, what I learned was, this goes back to sports, and like I said about the tracing. So, the silent war got someone lost in oblivion, and this is why I said they try a pirate, okay? Because obviously the Big Bang Theory is the silent war. You feel me? It's not hard to put the two, magnetic pools together and see the way that they said the Big Bang Theory happened. And when they say silent war, the silent war is actually just the Jerusalem bills to finally admit the Big Bang Theory. So this is why I call myself the Big Bang Theory pirate. That's me just briefing. I learned the information about my bounty. And it's illegal because the bounty is don't make him be cool with the rulers, because he's never gonna claim to be a ruler. That's the this generation of translating it to say it. But people don't want to be a ruler, no matter what the fuck he says, because people egoistic, they don't understand, and but that's called ruling. I'm like, well, no, that's called goddamn stamping. Your laziness ain't ruling because Zorn did the work. You get what I'm saying? That's called, okay, bitch. You get what I'm saying? So, like someone saying the security is the boss. So that being said, you feel me? The knights are the boss, the strongest knight. You know what I'm saying? So that being understood, because God was a ruler too. Yeah, God. Yeah, that's the whole gist of. Now, we know the reason why we call God the greatest is because people can't beat God and his people. So the situation is, there's a the Big Bang Theory is about a one-man army. And what we did was, you get what I'm saying? You see how this is one big lead. But this lead, you feel me? This lead led from a small being able to mark one mark is a whole long lead. So people will touch something and leave a mark, but it's not the what started the lead. So this is why know your energy and like the war mythology, monetary system, and know your information and know your energy, and where you know what I'm saying, energy comes with you, because they're saying you don't start as a black belt, so don't act like a black belt. Just, you know what I'm saying, No one starts, you feel me? Everything that they try to say is because, like I said, it's told the wrong way when it's all this. It's the same story of we all start as a mark that didn't want to be touched. So you're going to use up your whole mark. You get what I'm saying? Or you going to learn to do alchemy. As I'm a Capricorn. And make sure that this mark is better than pen ink. You know what I'm saying? Why they be like, use a pen. It doesn't really matter to use a pen. They be like, it's because it can be erased. Yeah, that's the same Shakespeare politicking thing. Pen can be erased too. We just don't have the invention. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, it's close to the understanding of where is ink coming from so abundantly. Use the abundance. That's what it really was, and then the alibi for it. So, that the situation comes for people always talking about the abundance. Twin can be God too, and so like I said, so people raved about credit and who they didn't want to give credit to, and gave it to the next person until somebody could valedictorian like a Capricorn and only get the bad credit. You know what I'm saying? The credit that will dissolve, because to not put a tarnish to someone that has the abundance of marking without marking. So that's what alchemy is. Being able to mark without marking. Be careful who you give your energy to. You don't know how to mark without marking. Careful who you give your information to. You don't know how to mark without marking. Right? So, an ETC for every possibility. And that's what school is about. And that's why I made this video about, to get to that understanding of what authority is. It's, if you don't know how to mark without marking, you're a white belt. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to learn. There can be black belts starting as white belts, and they won't just walk in there saying, all right, now I know how to mark without marking. Call me chief. No, they're going to take it the same way. They're going to go the same way. You feel me? And then the people that don't know, they're going to be like, oh. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go back to, I got a job because we're safe. Why did you get this job? Because we're safe. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So that's where karma comes in, and once again trying to get as above so below, as within without, to the situation where, like I said, people know that it's about aligning everything before you can go somewhere. So people be like, he's trying to align this. Let's not let him do that. He's trying to align this, and it's that simple. I'll be making all these videos, but it's that simple. But like I said, so I want to use the last minutes to explain what I know about myself. As I already did, I briefed it. But the situation is, the tracing of sports was made from people knowing their abundance. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to mark without marking. And then, there's a span. Like a dun 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 dun, unless you learn. And that's what made people call people their prolific titles to the one that was named God, directly. And his energy can't be destroyed. Jesus got resurrected. Being able to mark without marking. The abundance of being able to mark without marking. God. I don't like how I said that. So, that being said, I think metaphysically I'm I'm Zozy. You get what I'm saying? That's why I didn't like I said that. So, that being said, because kids. But so, that being said, let's just got that asterisk right there. You get what I'm saying? Because so, that being said, as I'm an old soul, and from Know Your Information Energy, and it's just that sundial, you know what I'm saying? That sundial, give me the shades on. So to have a bounty as a kid means, and I told my mother this before, and she said, "Don't worry about that." I was like, "You is tripping. Ain't nobody talking about one body, and then might run into it." And that's what the silence is. Well, I'm mafia. Don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? If it was one, it'd been simple. So that being said, as going back to that's you know what I'm saying? I'm a pirate. So what happened was a pirate knew how the Gladiator Dome worked, Coliseum, stadiums, like I said, the empty canvas of the jungle, then the organization. Other is the trap that makes energy has to exist or kill itself. And the army came about saying, "You thought we kill? No, we reveal." You know what I'm saying? So you know, if someone says, "Get out of my room," you get what I'm saying? Because you don't need to be in their room. Or, people might try to mock that, "Get out of my room," because they would say the authority to tell somebody, "You don't have that abundance to be in my room." You feel me? You don't have that. And it's not about that. It's about the wax on, wax off. It gets to the word kill mythology. And then, Mafia is the Area 51 of that information to Area 51 still being Mafia. And then, it's through that information. And then, and energy. And then, so a lot of, like I said, as a kid, I always knew this. I was, like I said, oh, so glad to be alive. Could tell multiple stories off of my, I'm glad I'm born because I can make the world better. And then dealing with these linear breachings, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with these linear breaching, helped me goddamn understand that I wasn't born because someone beat me. I was born being a revealer. You know what I'm saying? So being, knowing who, when to write, and then got authorized from just being a kid and people saying, "Fuck all that innocent shit. Do you know who that is? That's Jesus Isa. That's Keaton. That's," you know what I'm saying? And then, I put it all together. And the main thing I'm trying to say is, obviously, the soul I am, where bodies are the most, is a trap. You know what I'm saying? For me. Because I'm always troubleshoot, reveal. So that's how I knew I was stuck to Las Vegas. So this is the problem where people be like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, whoa, it's not up for me to explain where my soul feels bound. You get what I'm saying? And, linear, I said I need to learn the most linear breached in sin city. It's not Georgia. And then I heard them go to Las Vegas. And then I was like, okay, I need to learn about Las Vegas. And I saw my mom watching me to learn it. So I said, you is so smart. And I'm Zuzi. So that being said, got the whole gathering, understanding, get together, situation, taxes, related taxes, because the maturity wasn't there for the peaks from following. Followers. That's also how I got it. Then gathered the following, came back to the understanding where I'm at, and then understood where I did tracing sports at. So, I have a crazy anticipation and momentum because I'm on level 2 while they on level 1. You get what I'm saying? So sports is levels. You get what I'm saying? As above, so below. So you can, it's the train of thought also from alchemy. It can, time is a stopwatch, like I said, chronological time. The jungle doesn't have a chronological time. It's the humidity control, thickness from thin. You get lost in the jungle. Animals seen you before. You feel me? You go to sleep. You wake up. Your reality is different because the compounds of where you feel me? You probably died in your sleep. So all your weight went to that dimension. You feel me? Animals from coliseums and stuff like that. The difference between being able to move your weight like that from that dimension upstairs, downstairs. That's the difference between the empty canvas and the organized. They prepare for that summoning. That's summonings. People would, I was never called a king because I understood. I want people to have their respect, and I'll work for mine. Not because being king is wrong. It's just I'm a Zozi. I feel like king, queen used to be you feel me? Son, daughter. You get what I'm saying? So now it was born with people trying to be kings and queens. I'm like, perfect. So that's also what I mean. So, obviously people don't. It's not their first past lives, other than the oldest souls, and yeah. So like I said, the itching the L-I-D-B is a song, right? I'm looking to get it up just with my vision. I ain't just right seeing it. Everything I want you to do, I need you to do now. Everything. They think I'm the one talking. I'm like, what night can beat me? I'm a pirate. Everything. I said, just give me a bad name. I need you to do. I'm about to make this money. I need you to do now. No, wait. No, just, wait, then go. I did show. They don't want, but they didn't swung. I didn't hope. They didn't see what it be, what I mean. My hands weave, my hands bob. They didn't think I don't see. Can't just tell them the way that we hit it, the way that we get it, the way that we mean it, the way that we listen, the way that they watch it, the way that they sing it. I gotta go tell them, ain't no go stopping. They wanting to make me just keep on just peeking. I keep on just peeking. I can't just stop it. I know it, the way that they thought I'd be leaving. I know it, I had it. Stacking, I'm stopping the way that they thought I'd be leaving. I know it, the way that we had to get on it, the way that they say it, like, what is the meaning anyway? Hey, it's the same shit. Seeking the way that they had to go, and I had to just show them the way that they not just teaching. I'm teaching so much, and they talking too much, and they not just be knowing the way that I heat it just up. Fucking they want when I gotta go going and show them the... knowing it's us, knowing what's up. I know the way that they going just, but I ain't just right. Seeing it like gravity gonna just hold just a time and see where I might just be leaving. They know I ain't tripping, but physically might just be tripping. I know in it, hey, what do they say? Knowing the way that I'm catching my name. Fucking the hey, what it's okay. I said I wanted you to do everything now. That was a long just a time ago, and I seeing it though, so you know I'm just coming just through, cause I told you just once just before, can't just stop it now. I'm just in the whole destruction of creation that I work from just the flow just up, saying I don't give a fuck what you thought it was gonna just go. I just had to just show them the way that we had it, just do it some more, cause I'm on and they don't, and I say no more, but they just acting like say no more. Don't mean to say what you just don't. I just be knowing the way that we go, what we having on waiting we woke, what we like him the toes. This is the shit that they know that I tote. Gotta get ripping, I live and I do it. They gotta act like it was just a secret. I gotta go keep it. They know it the way that I act like I had it just peached. Yeah, like it's peachy, but I'm just going, just preaching, fucking this shit that they say, and just singing this show me just easily the way that I be, and knowing the reason why they be terrified, cause they gon' come on me like, why is that like? He not doing them shits at this time, cause I act like I wasn't like, act like. But I just be just that act right, so they just be acting like they don't be half sight. That I'm looking and killing them just with my vision, the way that I hit it. My force is the same as my vision. The shit that they get in the way that my senses be on it. They don't just be knowing. I'm honest. I gotta just show them. I'm terrified. Even by just looking just at my posture, I know in the way that I usher the shit that they thought, and I tell them niggas, I swear that I pop it something just like just a gusher and not like a bullet. Y'all talking, I knowing the arrows, I got them. I'm knowing the shit that they knowing, I'm gulling, but they don't be noticed. Way that I show them, I had to get on it. I know that I had to be smart. That's the only way I could get out of the trenches. The shit that they talking, they bitches are fucking it up, but them talking the shit that they bitches be itching the hell out of it. Fucking this. We know it me. Gonna change shit that they seek. Just act like this ain't how we didn't cream, just the soda that they thought was all just a dream of cash ruling everything around me. But I'm just the reason why we are the cherry. It's hard just to play, cause they wasn't just a game, but it's not that easy just to take the membrane or just the matrix. You know, that's just to represent why I made, the video. Because, obviously, if we're in someone else's world, when English was made or when every language was made, we stopped being able to go by direct metaphysics. You know what I'm saying? We had to say, this is our left hand, this is our right hand. Act like our ancestor that said this is our left hand. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it could be our right hand, but our ancestors are the ones, like I said, they're waiting for a tiger to put a paw down. You know what I'm saying? And this is our right hand. You know what I'm saying? Right hand, you feel me, it's through the truth. You know what I'm saying? But, it's still in the paradox of confusion with the linear breaching and sins from Hades' house and etc. So, what I'm saying is, I have my tracing of sports as my baby, as my Zizi. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to use that. You know what I'm saying? But it has to get out of its... Just like I had to be born, it has to survive. So that's, if I was in a Webpoolz was in a video game, Webpoolz speed. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to call out nobody. There's other fast people in the world. Webpool speed is amazing. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my technique. Ghost Recon. That's called Ghost Recon. But, you know, I'm so cold. It's martial arts. Ugh. And like I said about information energy, how as opposed to below within out correlates, how it becomes different translations and different things we could do with our worlds and bodies, go to different things. So, you know, I always you know what I'm saying, get to the situation where it comes where I never asked for someone to explain nothing to me. I asked, why am I frozen? You get what I'm saying? Why am I talking this way before I can get to the money? And that's how I always been. So, you know, these jokes and I'm a pirate never hurt my feelings. The jokes, the not having the money and this is not real money, never hurt my feelings. About my bounty would tell people. These hold on. These pseudo majorities that try to say you don't tell people how the world works, and I don't. I get to the money, and you know, the truth is always in the money, and I love talking the truth, no matter what that's about. That's being a chivalry pirate, anyway. So, you know, it's just I'm putting myself on a hill to get to the money, and people are making me put myself on the hill. They're like, well, when you come down, at least we still put you on the hill. It's like, yeah, but I don't have a. People are setting me up to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking I'm gonna hurt somebody because I'm dead. So it's like the money is in acting ignorant. I'm a pirate. I'm supposed to act ignorant. You really gonna you gonna concuss me and I'm I can't think. What is that? It's not math. Because you know, like you would have to be like, call it. You have to thrash me and be like, call it this, call it this. We got all this clout and it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It's not no. I need to move if it's this or not, and then I'm gonna do my own thrashing. No, that doesn't make sense. So the situation is, everybody knows my favorite quarterback, and I know my favorite quarterback from, you know. So, you know, and I love all passionate players. It's not me, you know. Obviously, it correlates to why someone will say, "Oh, you're cocky because of your bounty," and it's like, no, that's just a coincidence. Someone that done that type of feat and came to the world and done this gets you feel me? So, that being said, act like you get what I'm saying? Right in reverse, you know what I'm saying? So, what I'm trying to say is, I would see an aura and they would say it's me, and I'd be like, no, that's twin, goddamn. And like I said, I always was born like, why aren't we getting to the money? So the hell, let me eat up. You get what I'm saying? Because I understood I never slowed down. You know, this is the slowest I went, and it's piling up more money. And then right in reverse, and then the chronological time, ancestors, descendants grow up to look like the ancestors. I'm dead. You get what I'm saying? So that means, like y'all said, well, he got to come alive somewhere. Well, there's an aura there, so y'all talking about killing that person. So that's where my money comes in, and y'all ignore that to say, no child left behind but one, and then it's like a joke on me, right? But that's two. So that being said, then descendants, obviously history repeating a rabbit hole. Like I said, the safety, and people saying stupid for giving them safety, and then the people being born conscious of a certain amount of information. Because, some people are not going to want to teach people, like, you're too conscious. I can tell you, I can just look at you as a baby. You're not supposed to do that because they have to get through where they will travel metaphysically, astral, like I said, multiple dimensions, or you could just live metaphysically, and karma's the worst at, you know what I'm saying? So they're not going to build right here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm old soul, so that means this is, like I said, my first... I should have had the biggest problems, and I'm a Capricorn. So it's just like, people talking about, oh yeah, is the man cool? Or is the man regular? Is the man normal? I'm like, thank you. Thank you, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? They anticipate me going to touch my face. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we ignored that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That was fast to his face, but Lanier Breaching and Sins onomatopoeias soundtrack covered it up like it's normal. You know what the fuck it's not. So that being said, and like I said about Las Vegas being a never sleep city, that put I'm dead still. I guess they waiting for them to put a mummy up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And me to come out. But in the end, we know my tracing sport. Ghost Recon. Construction workers know my tracing sport. Like I said, Ziegler did a good job of explaining how to the and I'm like, you don't say. Yeah, construction to the. Well, I'm a pirate. I love Mark Davis. I love anybody that respects the city. There's been before the city came together, there's been a lot of commotion about this and that, and when I put ice on, I am Sub-Zero, cause that's a lot of ice, goddamn. So that was a bar, you know what I'm saying? Gryffindor wins. But y'all don't know them games. You remember, y'all not them type of people. So that being said, a lot of people just need traffic to clean up to get their mafia. Like I said in the video, called the video, when the mafia's not surrounded no more. But then it's like, I'm a one-man army, so is the mafia surrounded, or are we just in the Coliseum without a Coliseum? And the main thing I'm trying to get accomplished is, I'm quiet. Y'all see Sub-Zero. Y'all see Houdini. I'm the man. You feel me? I'm Webpoolz. Webpoolz always cool. Left hand. Y'all see Houdini, the swordsman. I'm colder. Hold on, can't just talk, Houdini. I'm colder. I'm colder. Or live aura. I'm colder. I'm colder. I'm colder. What did Houdini do? He killed us. The swordsman? He killed us in the Gladiator Stadium. He killed... Summonings? We say he did something. He did do summonings. He just said, alright, y'all heard the man. I'll make this goddamn grave shift money. I'm colder. I'm colder. I'm colder. Houdini, say it. I'm colder. Cadence talk. I'm colder. I'm colder.